know. Elise, New York. I realise this is a silly question. Alright. But it might be fun to know the answer anyway. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment when dancing? A wardrobe malfunction, forgetting choreography, etc.? Yes. I don't know if it's embarrassing or not, but I forgot my choreography all the time. People find this hard to believe. I forget it all the time, and I think it's something. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I lose my concentration. I'm actually thinking about what I'm doing, but sometimes I just get caught off by whatever happens, you know, people around me and stuff. My attention goes a little bit. So as far as choreography goes, I forget that all the time. Wardrobe malfunctions. I mean, I've had a few. Over the years. I mean, I'm allowed to say this now because I'm finished with it. It used to be in a show called Burn the Floor, and we had a stint in Atlantic City a long time ago, and we were doing a dance where we all had we all had a dance where we had no tops on. We just had our trousers and my shoes and socks, I guess. It was a real slow dance, and there was one girl dancing with a blindfold, and there was a bunch of lads dancing around. We used to take turns, pass her around, we'd all dance with each other. And I had Dame and Sasha from the True on either side of me when we were dancing. And there was one part where we all kind of go down the girl onto the ground, and then when we all come up, we'd start dancing with her one by one. So I had to dance with her first. So when we all went down, they'd obviously pre-planned this, but they took me trousers into my socks when my hands were full. Like, I had a blindfold in my hands, so I couldn't use my hands. So they knew that, so they took me trousers into my socks, and then I had to dance the whole dance like a farmer with my trousers in my socks. It's a complete nightmare it was. But yeah, so that was pretty embarrassing. But I've had loads. Like, I had loads of my trousers burst and stuff. Different things, you know. You come home with odd socks on and stuff. You just, when stuff like that happens though, you generally get in trouble more than people laugh about it. Certainly your bosses and stuff, so you have to be kind of careful what you can get away with and whatnot. But yeah. Right, Barbara, Charlotte, is there any type of dance that you've never done? For example, lambada, ballet. There's loads of types of dancing I've never done. I've done obviously the 10 dances that we've done on the show. Socially I've done lambada and bolero. I've done Lindy Hop in Burn the Floor and stuff. Yeah, there's an awful lot of, I'm not really trained in an awful lot of them, you know what I mean? I've done Latin and ballroom, done Irish dancing and stuff. I really enjoy the rest of them, but yeah, there's certainly a lot of styles that I haven't tried. Maybe I will eventually. I mean, I'm gonna have to, but I really enjoy them, so if I get a chance to, I'll try learn them as much as I can. Tara Urbandale, you once said that you're only popular because of your accent, and that all of us have accents to you, which I never thought about that way. Do you feel that the longer you're in the States, your accent is fading and you're talking more like an American?
Yeah, his accent's really fading.
Funny, I don't think it is. I mean, I know sometimes I slow down and I try to pronounce my words a little bit more carefully so people understand what I'm saying. Sometimes, not too much. But when I got home, everyone thinks I have a real weird accent.
You're talking like a Yankee?
Well, not even like a Yankee, just weird. I mean, I've done a lot of travelling before, like, you know what I mean? And generally when I meet people from the first time, they always think I'm Australian. But yeah, it does, I guess it does change a little bit. I'm very proud of my accent and I really like the way I talk. and certainly when I go home, when I come back, people think that my accent is a lot broader. And maybe that's just being around, you know yourself, it's like whatever you're around all the time, you pick up certain things, but I'm certainly not trying to change my accent. And if you ask me to do an American accent, I'd probably fail terribly.
Do an American accent.
I'm not going to do one now. I don't know. Do you know what? I mean, that's something that a lot of people talk about, but I'd imagine I'd imagine it's easier for British. Well, it's easier for British people anyway because they're so well spoken, you know. But there's a lot of Irish actors who are really good at.
They enunciate everything.
Well, because they enunciate everything and they're so clear as how they talk, you know. And I guess there's so many different accents in all of Ireland and in all of Britain, you know. So you're used to hearing different accents. So you're used to hearing different way people talk. So I guess you can relate to a little bit. I'd imagine the big reason is because of television, of television and movies and stuff, you know, like all the blockbuster hits. I imagine that you see and you can think of, they all have American accents, you know, and that's what we kind of watch. So we're used to hearing that all the time, where maybe not so much for Americans, because although there's a lot of great Irish and British films, they're not. Every film isn't that way. You know what I mean? And no matter where you come from, like certainly when people move over here, they're like, well, we want you to talk in this accent. You know what I mean? There's more of a demand for it, I guess. And if the producers over here want to have someone with an English accent, they just go get someone from England, because it's just easier to do that, you know, or they go get someone from Ireland. So I'd imagine that's probably got a big part to do with it anyway. But then again, maybe just people are just really talented. I think I can do an accent sometimes, but then I say it and then people think it's brutal. When people copy my accent, I go, that's terrible, that doesn't sound anything like me. But everyone who does it sounds exactly like each other. Everyone does. Max is the worst. When Max tries to do my accent,
I don't think somebody that has an accent should try to do your accent.
But he does. He just kind of gets flustered and he goes, I don't know what you're saying. That's all he says to me.
Can you do a Max impersonation?
No, I don't impersonate anyone because this will fall back on me. But maybe I'll work on it. I'll get back to you. But thanks very much for them questions, and keep sending them in, and I'll keep trying to answer as many as I can.
I think I'm hot.